Have you ever woken up in the morning, feeling like your legs were heavy, stiff, as if you had just run a marathon in your sleep? Or maybe you've had to use both hands to push off your knees, just to get up from your favorite sofa? If you're over 60, and you've noticed something slowly changing in your legs, you're not alone. Millions of older adults across the US are facing a troubling reality, losing leg muscle quietly without warning. There's no pain, no early signs, but day by day, the muscle in their legs gradually shrinks. Their strength fades, and their balance becomes less reliable. Then one day, you realize you're not walking as quickly as you used to. You don't feel steady stepping off your front porch. You start avoiding slopes because you're afraid of falling. I'm Dr. Thomas Reid, a clinical nutrition expert with over 20 years of experience supporting senior health across the US. I've heard hundreds of similar stories from coast to coast, from the sun-baked roads of Arizona to the quiet towns of Oregon. And what weighs on me most is that so many people just accept it. They say it's just old age. That's how it goes. But here's the truth. You don't have to accept growing weaker every day. Your body still has the ability to recover. Even at 60, 70, or 75, you just need to know how to start. And it begins in the morning, right after you wake up. Proper breakfast can help you preserve valuable muscle in your legs, can reduce nighttime leg cramps, improve blood circulation, and most of all, bring back your confidence in every step you take. And no, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on supplements. You don't need to run 5 miles every morning. All it takes is one small change. In your kitchen, with everyday foods that cost just a few dollars. Let me tell you about Bill Henderson, 68 years old, living in a quiet suburb of Tennessee. Bill used to be a long-haul truck driver. He could climb in and out of a rig for 40 years without a second thought. Then one morning, he had a small fall while watering his garden. No broken bones, but that fall made him realize he wasn't quite himself anymore. After doing his homework, Bill decided to change his morning routine.
No gym. No medication.
Just a proper breakfast every single day. And within weeks, he felt the difference. Fewer cramps, easier walks. He even started taking his grandkids for walks in the park every Sunday. And you can do the same. In the next part of this video, I'll reveal what's really causing seniors to lose muscle each morning, and 5 powerful foods, trusted by experts from leading US universities, that can help protect and rebuild your legs one day, one step at a time. If you're caring for an aging loved one, or simply want to live strong, independent, and joyful through your retirement years, go ahead and subscribe to this channel now, because what you eat tomorrow morning could shape the next decade of your life. 1. The importance of breakfast for leg strength after 60. Each morning when you open your eyes, your body is in a very specific biological state, a fasting state that has lasted for 7 to 9 hours. That might sound normal, but if you're over 60, this could be the most vulnerable time of day for your muscles. While you sleep, your body isn't getting any food, no energy,
No nutrients.
so it starts looking inward for fuel. And sadly, that fuel source is often your own muscle tissue. This process is called muscle catabolism. Basically, your body starts breaking down muscle to keep things running. This happens every night, but younger people bounce back quickly. After 60, though, your recovery slows down significantly. When your body loses more muscle than it can rebuild, you'll start to notice it. Tired legs during walks, slower movement when getting up, more leg cramps at night. And the thing is, it all begins with breakfast or the lack of it. A cup of black coffee, pastry, or worse, no breakfast at all. That's what many older Americans are having each morning. No protein,
No minerals.
no long-lasting fuel for your muscles. And that's why, just a few hours after waking up, your body starts to weaken little by little. Blood flow to your legs slows down. Nerves send signals less efficiently. And that unsteady, shaky feeling in your legs becomes your new normal. But there is nothing normal about losing control of your legs. A study from Tufts University in Massachusetts found that older adults who eat a balanced breakfast can regain up to 35% of their leg strength in just 8 weeks. Let me say that again, 35% in just 2 months. No gym needed.
No personal trainer.
Just eating the right breakfast at the right time. So what really happens when you eat breakfast the right way? First, you stop your body from breaking down muscle. It gets the fuel it needs, so it doesn't have to burn your muscle for energy. Second, you give your body the building blocks to repair and rebuild. B vitamins, potassium, magnesium, and essential amino acids. Everything your leg muscles need to stay strong, flexible, and balanced. Third, you kickstart healthy blood circulation. A steady blood flow brings oxygen and nutrients, even to the smallest muscles, even the ones that often get neglected after age 60. And finally, something most people don't think about, your mindset changes. When you start your day with a healthy breakfast, you feel in control, you feel confident, and you're doing something truly good for yourself. So don't underestimate the power of your first meal, especially when your legs need protection every single morning. Not to run marathons, not to lift weights, just to keep walking, steady, independent, and strong, one day at a time. 2.5 breakfast foods that help protect your leg muscles. 1. Whole eggs, a quiet companion for your leg strength. Eggs are simple, affordable, and found in almost every kitchen. But don't let their ordinary look fool you. One boiled egg, only about 70 calories, contains nearly all the essential amino acids your body needs to build and protect muscle. The yolk is packed with vitamin D, B12, choline, and especially leucine, an amino acid that plays a central role in muscle protein synthesis. Just 2 eggs in the morning can give your body over 6 grams of high-quality protein. For Americans over 60, eating whole eggs within 30 to 60 minutes after waking can support leg strength recovery, improve balance, and reduce the risk of falling, one of the top causes of serious injury among older adults in the U.S. Don't skip the yolk. That's where the real magic for your legs is found. 2. Oatmeal and chia seeds, a power pair for lasting muscle energy. If eggs are your recovery fuel, then oatmeal and chia seeds are the steady energy tank to carry you through the morning. 1 cup of cooked rolled oats, around 40 grams, offers nearly 4 grams of soluble fiber, mainly beta-glucan, which helps reduce inflammation, supports digestion, and balances blood sugar. On top of that, just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, about 15 grams, gives you 2.5 grams of omega-3s, plus potassium, magnesium, and calcium, all key minerals for muscle contraction, circulation, and preventing nighttime cramps. This breakfast helps your muscles perform longer and more efficiently. Older adults often experience stiffness, especially after standing or walking for a while. Combining oats and chia seeds helps ease tired legs and supports all-day balance and muscle stability. A great idea? Top your bowl with a few slices of banana or some blueberries for natural sweetness and extra antioxidants. 3. Banana, a natural electrolyte boost for older adults. Did you know? 1 medium banana, about 7 inches long and 105 calories, contains over 420 milligrams of potassium. And potassium acts like a gatekeeper for smooth muscle contractions, helping prevent cramps and spasms during the night. When eaten in the morning, bananas help stabilize your electrolytes and improve neuromuscular signaling through vitamin B6. The result? You feel more stable, less wobbly, especially when going up or down stairs. However, if you have type 2 diabetes or chronic kidney disease, it's better to choose a smaller, slightly underripe banana to reduce sugar absorption. The ideal time to eat it is after your main breakfast, or paired with oats or Greek yogurt to help avoid blood sugar spikes. A banana isn't just a snack. It's a quiet shield that helps keep your legs steady and strong every single day. For Greek yogurt, a rich protein source for tired legs. Not all yogurts are created equal. Plain Greek yogurt contains twice the protein of regular yogurt, about 17 grams of protein per 6-ounce serving, or around 170 grams. What makes it special is its high casein content, a slow digesting protein that helps stop muscle breakdown after a night without nutrients. It's also rich in leucine, vitamin D, and calcium, all crucial for strong bones, healthy muscles, and stable balance. Eating it within an hour after waking is best, especially after a light morning walk or stretch. If you're lactose intolerant, choose a lactose-free option. Or try versions made from goat or sheep's milk. Avoid flavored or sugar-added yogurts. They can cause inflammation and undo your efforts to rebuild muscle. Add a pinch of cinnamon, some chia seeds, or a few strawberries to boost both taste and nutritional power. One serving of Greek yogurt each morning not only supports your health, but also helps you start the day feeling grounded and confident. 5. Pan-seared salmon, a morning meal for strength and resilience. You might think of salmon as a dinner food, but just a small portion in the morning can make a big difference for your legs. With only 3 ounces of cooked salmon, about 85 grams, you get 20 grams of high-quality protein, nearly 1 gram of EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids, and a generous amount of vitamin D and B12. Omega-3s help reduce muscle inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and increase protein absorption, which supports muscle repair after age 60. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults over 65 who ate 2 servings of fatty fish per week maintained 27% more leg muscle mass and reduced their risk of falls by up to 36%. Pan-seared salmon with a splash of extra virgin olive oil, paired with steamed sweet potatoes or a few slices of avocado, creates a breakfast that's nourishing, easy to digest, and full of life. If you don't have time to cook, smoked salmon or a high-quality fish oil capsule is a good alternative. Though fresh, whole foods are always the gold standard. 3. Steamed sweet potatoes and Celtic sea salt, a hidden breakfast that helps rebuild your legs. It's not an expensive superfood. It's not an imported supplement. It's something very familiar, half a soft, steamed sweet potato. Just add a pinch of Celtic sea salt, and you've got a hidden weapon for leg muscle recovery that may be stronger than any other food out there. After a long night's sleep, 7 to 9 hours, your body enters a state of low energy, depleted electrolytes, and reduced circulation. That's when subtle, uncomfortable symptoms often appear. Stiff legs when you get out of bed, tingling feet when you slip on your slippers, or a loss of balance when stepping onto your front porch. Just half of a steamed sweet potato, about 4 ounces, or 115 grams, gives your body a generous dose of complex carbohydrates, plus potassium, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin C, all essential for healthy muscles and nerves. The complex carbs in sweet potatoes won't spike your blood sugar. Instead, they provide steady, sustained energy, which helps prevent leg fatigue, cramping, and that wobbly feeling after waking. Potassium in sweet potatoes, around 440 milligrams per serving, helps restore electrolyte balance. Magnesium acts like a natural muscle relaxer, easing spasms and relaxing the small muscle fibers around the knees and ankles. And what about the Celtic sea salt? This isn't your average table salt. Celtic salt is unrefined sea salt, rich in over 80 natural trace minerals, like calcium, potassium, magnesium, zinc, and selenium. It doesn't raise blood pressure the way regular salt can. Instead, it supports circulation and proper muscle contraction, especially in the lower body where blood flow can slow down with age. Just a small pinch less than 1/8 teaspoon, or under 300 milligrams of sodium, is enough to naturally activate your nervous, muscular, and vascular systems. Combine warm steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt and eat it about 10 minutes after waking up, before your main breakfast. It helps stabilize blood pressure, restores essential minerals, and kickstarts the repair of muscle tissues that weakened overnight. A study from the French Institute of Mineral Nutrition showed that older adults who ate sweet potatoes and mineral-rich sea salt for breakfast over 90 days improved their balance by up to 41% and cut their fall risk by nearly 50%. A great example is Dorothy Miller, age 72, from Pennsylvania. She used to have nightly leg cramps so bad she had to keep a chair near her bed just to support herself when getting up at night. After adding steamed sweet potatoes and Celtic salt to her morning routine, within just 2 weeks her cramps nearly disappeared. And by week 4 she no longer needed the chair. "My legs feel lighter and my reflexes are sharper," she said. "I feel like I'm 10 years younger, all thanks to a food that seemed way too simple." This isn't magic. It's nutritional science for aging well. We don't need anything complicated to stay healthy. We just need the right timing and the right ingredients. 1 steamed sweet potato, 1 pinch of natural salt, and your legs can start moving again, in ways most people thought were no longer possible after 60. 4.5 morning habits to keep your legs strong after 60. After age 60, each morning is not just the start of a new day. It's an opportunity to protect your ability to stand, walk, and live independently. With just a few small changes, done at the right time and in the right way, you can help your legs stay strong, flexible, and steady over time. Here are 5 simple morning habits, all backed by science, that can reduce muscle loss, improve balance, and help you feel more stable with every step right from the moment you wake up. 1. Drink warm water with mineral salt. Wake up circulation and electrolytes. Right after waking up, your body is slightly dehydrated, especially after losing electrolytes overnight through sweat and breathing. On top of that, your muscles, especially your leg muscles, can't function well without water and minerals. Just 1 cup of warm water, 8 ounces, or about 240 milliliters, with 1/8 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt or Himalayan salt, can give you back sodium, potassium, magnesium, and over 70 other trace minerals. This type of salt won't raise your blood pressure like regular table salt. Instead, it helps activate the neuromuscular system and boosts blood flow to the lower limbs. Sip this water as soon as you get out of bed, before your breakfast or coffee. 2. DOA balance boosting leg lift 3 minutes. No equipment needed. Balance naturally declines after 60, and that's one reason why over 3 million Americans suffer serious falls each year. One simple move can help. Lift one leg off the ground about 3 to 4 inches or 7 to 10 centimeters and hold for 10 seconds. Then switch legs and repeat 5 times on each side. Do this while standing next to a sturdy chair or kitchen counter for safety. You'll engage the hip, calf, and hamstring muscles, the very ones that tend to weaken fastest as we age. Doing this every morning boosts your body awareness, called proprioception, and improves nerve-to-muscle coordination. Can help you feel more confident when stepping downstairs, getting into the car, or walking in the park. 3. Sit-ups slowly get blood flowing to your brain and legs. One of the most common reasons older adults feel dizzy, fall, or stumble right after waking up is because they stand too quickly, before blood has time to reach the brain and limbs. The solution is easy. Sit up slowly. Place your feet on the floor. Take 3 deep breaths. Then gently roll your wrists and ankles about 10 times each. This small movement gets your circulation going, warms up your joints, and helps prevent orthostatic hypotension, a silent cause of early morning falls in older adults. 4. Get morning sunlight boost vitamin D and bone health. Just 5 to 10 minutes of sunlight in the morning can boost your body's natural production of vitamin D, a nutrient that's essential for absorbing calcium and keeping bones strong. Stand by a window, step onto your balcony, or take a short walk outside before 9 a.m. That's the best time. Gentle morning sun won't damage your skin, and it helps reset your body's internal clock, reduce stress, and improve nighttime sleep. For people over 60, low vitamin D is one of the top causes of weak muscles, poor balance, and a higher risk of fractures after falls. 5. Eat something light within 30 minutes of waking. Stop morning muscle loss. After a long night's rest, your body begins breaking down muscle for energy if it doesn't get fuel soon enough. And with age, muscle repair slows down. Skipping breakfast can lead to more muscle loss than you might realize. If you're not ready for a full breakfast, start small. 1 boiled egg, half a steamed sweet potato, 3 tablespoons of cooked oats, or a 1/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt. Eating something light within 30 minutes of waking switches your body from muscle breakdown to muscle rebuilding, helping your legs recover, strengthen, and stay flexible. These habits don't require a gym.
No machines.
They only require you to choose to begin each day with care for yourself, and your legs will thank you for it every single day. 5. Frank's story: the journey to reclaim his legs at 69. Frank Dawson, age 69, lives in a quiet rural area near Springfield, Missouri. He spent his whole life working as an industrial equipment installer, a job that demanded strength, precision, and steady legs on a vibrating factory floor. But after retiring at age 65, Frank began to notice something. His legs just didn't feel the same anymore. At first, it was a sense of fatigue, after walking the short distance from his house to the mailbox. Then came mornings when his thighs felt heavy as lead. His calves were stiff, and sometimes he had to push himself up from the armchair using the table for support. It didn't hurt, Frank recalled. It's just, I didn't trust my own steps anymore. It felt like something inside me was slowly fading. His wife, Martha, was the first to notice the change. She saw he wasn't walking as fast as before. He no longer looked excited to take their grandkids to the park. Even simple tasks like climbing 3 steps to the porch, Frank had started to do more slowly. The turning point came one morning in late fall. Frank slipped slightly, stepping down from the porch, where dry leaves had gathered. He wasn't seriously hurt, but the feeling of losing balance that stuck with him. I was scared, Frank admitted. Not scared of falling. Scared that I was slowly losing something that had always been part of me. After that, he started reading more about muscle loss in older adults. And he discovered something he'd never paid attention to his whole life. Breakfast. Frank had skipped breakfast for over 20 years. He'd have a cup of black coffee, maybe a small muffin, or some days nothing at all. And he always thought that was normal. But after reading studies about muscle breakdown during sleep, about how the body starts eating its own muscle for energy if it doesn't get nutrients soon enough after waking, he was stunned. So Frank started making changes gently, 1 step at a time. No strict diets, no expensive gym memberships, just eating breakfast the right way every morning. In the first week, he boiled 2 eggs, added a little pepper, and ate them with half a steamed sweet potato. In the second week, he rotated in Greek yogurt mixed with chia seeds and a few frozen blueberries. In the third week, he added 3 ounces of pan-seared salmon every Saturday and Sunday. Each morning started with a cup of warm water, mixed with a pinch of Celtic salt, followed by 3 minutes of gentle leg lifts in the living room. By the end of the third week, Frank noticed something he hadn't felt in a long time. In the morning, I stood up without that heavy feeling in my legs. I didn't have to grab the chair anymore. And strangely, I felt lighter in my mind, too. After 1 month, Frank was walking every morning around his neighborhood about 1.2 miles.
No cane.
No shortness of breath. No more nighttime leg cramps. And most importantly, he wasn't afraid to walk anymore. Now, every morning, Frank prepares breakfast for himself and his wife. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, just simple ingredients, easy to find, at the right time, with the right purpose. I'm not trying to be 40 again, Frank smiled. I just want to keep my legs strong enough to truly live life at 70. Sometimes, regaining strength doesn't come from the gym. It comes from your own kitchen, a glass of warm water, and one good decision each morning, just like Frank did, with one small change, and one stronger step every day. Conclusion: starting tomorrow morning, you can choose a new step forward. Maybe you've believed that muscle loss, weak legs, nighttime cramps, or shaky steps are just an unavoidable part of aging. Maybe you've felt unsure when you had to push yourself up from a chair with both hands, when you had to pause during a walk just to catch your breath, or when you slowly stopped your morning strolls because your legs didn't cooperate the way they used to. But I hope that after everything we've explored together, you now see one thing clearly. Weak legs are not your fate. They are the result of daily choices or daily neglect. Every morning you have a choice, a chance to stop silent muscle loss, a chance to restart your circulation, nervous system, and skeletal strength. And more than anything, a chance to rebuild your trust in your legs, your independence, and yourself. What you need is not a $500 exercise machine, not a flashy supplement from a TV ad, and definitely not a strict diet plan. What you need is this: a boiled egg, some soft cooked oats, a steamed sweet potato with a sprinkle of Celtic salt, a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, a serving of pan-seared salmon a few times a week, along with the 5 simple morning habits you already know. These small actions are the foundation for strong legs after 60. You might be wondering, so where should I start tomorrow morning? My answer is, start with the simplest thing and stick with it. Whether it's drinking a glass of warm water with mineral salt, eating a single boiled egg, or just standing up a little slower, taking a deep breath, and rolling your ankles a few times, you are giving your body and your legs a real chance to heal. And I want to invite you to try something. Tomorrow morning, pick one food that feels right for you from everything we've talked about. Pick one, try it, feel it, and notice the change in your legs, not just with your eyes, but with your own sense of balance and strength. If you found this information helpful, subscribe to the Senior Health channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Because in the next video, I'll reveal 3 common breakfast foods that many older adults believe are healthy, but are actually contributing to muscle weakness, balance problems, and a higher risk of cramps. You don't want all your effort, all the positive changes you're making, to be undone by one small breakfast mistake, right? Good health doesn't begin in a doctor's office. It doesn't sit in a pill box. It begins at 7 a.m., right in your kitchen, with the choice you make after you open your eyes. Remember, as long as you can still take a step, you can still live fully, and strong, steady legs aren't just for walking, they are a symbol of freedom, of independence, and of dignity in your later years. Tomorrow morning, choose the food that helps you hold on to that, because you deserve a life in your older years, not just lived, but lived well, with health, with purpose, and with pride.